Quick disclaimer, man. I fucking hate musicals.
I don't like them.
I dislike them. I like The Wiz, and I like Idlewild because it showed Paula Patton's titties.
You like The Wiz?
Yeah, I like The Wiz, man. Ease on down. The Wiz, Idlewild, and then I like Aladdin because it's about a nigga like finessing a rich girl.
I gotta see that. I still haven't seen that movie.
What, Aladdin?
No, Idlewild or whatever.
Boy, that's classic Paula Patton. Before she went crazy and dyed her hair blonde and got really skinny.
Is that what Andre 3000?
Oh yeah.
Am I thinking of the right one? That's the one, right? Yeah, I gotta see that. I still haven't seen that movie.
The titties is out.
Had one really good song on the soundtrack. I remember. With Sleepy Hollow, whatever the hell.
Sleepy Brown.
Sleepy Don. Sleepy Brown.
You know
that's a battle rapper, I think.
With Ichabod Crane. You know?
Yeah. Sleepy Brown. That was a good song, man. But yeah, I never seen that movie. That didn't get very good commercially anywhere. Or was it playing all over the States?
It was weird. It was like I think the time it was like based on like 1960s and went to theaters and people were like, I ain't trying to see no Outkast in the 60s. I'm trying to see Outkast in the now.
That really hurt Andre's career, man, because he took so much focus into acting to do that Jimi Hendrix movie, and it took away from his music. You know what I mean? Like he's
a crazy person now. Like people just run into him at the airport playing the flute.
Yeah, or he'd just be in New York in Soho, just walking around doing art, like drawing, just sitting down, drawing on the curb, like on the sidewalk, just drawing in front of the Bape store or something. It's like
he was dealing with mental illness and like. A lot of pressure was on him to make like an album and all this shit because people were like, "Yo, Andre's in my top 5. I need an album from him." Blah blah blah. He's like, "Oh, fuck that! My ADD's acting up. I ain't got time for all that." So I
guess I can't really make jokes on ADD. Thanks, Akil.
My bad.
But he's on the sidewalk just drawing pictures. Like your top 3 MCs.
Man might have Asperger's, man. Like, get in the booth, Andre. He's probably like, the flowers and painting shit. Trying to get his mind off that shit.
Get out of the Bape store, get in the booth.
It's Erykah Badu's Poom Poom, man.
The Curse of Erykah?
Yeah, man. When you get in there, like, I remember before, what's his name? Common. Boy, once he got in that thing, he started wearing like those like Rasta beanies.
The Rasta beanies and turbans at the same time.
What are you doing, Common? Like, something about that
he just went funkadelic. He went funkadelic after Badu, man.
That Baduism does something to you. So
yeah, that album was whack. I remember that album back then. Had the one good single, the "Come Close, Baby" song. Come close to, and the rest of that album. I remember listening to it back then. It's a different time though. I gotta go back and listen to it now. It was a different time then. When I heard that, I was like, the fuck they do to Common?
Back to Hamilton, Casey.
Yeah, let's get to the review, man. So I saw this thing was like on, I kept seeing commercials for it selling out all over the place. The stage show in New York, constantly sold out, getting 5 out of 5s. I had no idea who Hamilton was. I'm not American. I don't care. And but yeah, I saw all these things about this. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe one day I'll check it out. Came to Toronto. Shit was sold out constantly. So I did not go see it. I have Disney Plus. I saw this thing showing Hamilton. I was like, oh, cool, finally. I'll get to check it out. So we finally got to check it out. Now we're going to give our thoughts on this movie now.
A lot of lyrical miracle raps for me, man. I couldn't handle all that.
I liked it. I only saw the first.
And then the crowd's like 50-year-old white people going like, yeah, in the house. All right.
See, I didn't see the crowd, but I did.
No, you don't see the crowd, but like that's what the crowd is. Them tickets were $3,000.
Jeez.
Selling a nut just to watch Hamilton.
And to think, I stopped watching it at the intermission.
I was like,
this is a good movie. I'm gonna check back. I'm gonna get back to this, and I never got back yet. Might watch the rest tonight. But what I saw was good. I liked some of the raps that they did, like the "I'm not giving away my shot." I'm not giving away my They had some good stuff in there. Like the messaging was cool in it. I did not know that. I didn't know Hamilton. So seeing the story, I was like, "Is this shit real? He had that much brothers around him this whole time? He was Latino? Like I don't know."
Nigga, no.
I know. I know they're all white.
Allegedly, like people say.
Yeah, allegedly.
People say that Hamilton may have had some black in him. And they're saying it for racist reasons. Let me tell you what they said. Why they say it. They're like, because he was born in the islands and his dad left him. I was like, so they automatically like his dad was black and left him. And then the mom, she died when he was 11, but he was really smart and he was able to get to this like school.
Nice.
And I think it was in New Jersey. And that's how he came to America, because of his intelligence. But
So did he leave the islands or did he leave England? Because I thought it was England he left.
it was a British. It was a British West Indies. So the Brit owned those areas of the West Indies.
Oh, so he's a Caribbean man.
Yeah, he's a Caribbean man.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
But
They didn't make that clear.
But he's white, allegedly. but
right.
but ever since his dad's a deadbeat, they want to paint him as like, oh,
That's
nigga
horrible.
went out for cigarettes. Definitely black dad. that's what they're trying to do. They're like, oh, well, since his
Man
dad
stepped out for a Lucy.
it definitely has to be a black daddy since his dad abandoned him. That's a black man.
That's horrible.
Yes. So, Lin-Manuel Miranda, he wrote this a couple years. And he wrote it sometimes on the subway, sometimes when he was working on other projects. He used to be on the electric company back in the day. That was like the C-list version of Sesame Street.
Oh, okay. I ain't never heard of that shit.
No, okay, that's American shit.
I was like, okay.
Oh, indeed. And then
All right.
I like the cast. Like they had David Diggs from Blind Spotting.
Yeah,
he did
he
a
was
really
great
good job
with the French accent. Man was rapping in a French accent. Come on, that was dope.
That's that Canadian in you. That's that you want that je ne sais quoi.
like Tabarnak.
Jonathan Griff. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. He played
He's
King
from,
George. He's from Mindhunters.
Oh, okay. He was okay. His
I
style.
liked him as the king because
I just saw the singing parts. He bodied the singing parts like when he was in there.
He
Yeah,
did good. And
bodied
that hat was so heavy. That's why he kind of had to walk like crisscross, so he wouldn't fall. Like the hat wouldn't fall. And then that spitting that he was doing, that wasn't planned. Like he said that he sweats a lot.
That reminded me of like how Hitler like started spitting when he was yelling and talking, or when Napoleon went like, but no, like Napoleon when he was losing it and people are saying he was yelling so hard, slamming at the mouth, you know, before he went to chaos and madness. You know what I mean? So
yeah, people are trying to like equate that to the king being mad, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's really dope." He's like,
he's just doing it by accident.
He's like, "Yo, I did that shit by accident, man."
Yeah. His singing style reminded me of Yellow Brick Road. What's that dude's name again from England?
It's like Beatles. It's like 1960s.
Elton John.
Yeah,
remind me of Elton John.
Yeah, the Monkees. It kind of sounds like the Sleepy Jean song from the Monkees.
Okay, I don't know that song.
Sleepy.
But it just reminded me of Elton John, like the style.
Yeah, it's like that 60s
very
British invasion type.
I like the way they did that. Like they took the music that would kind of match in a, you know, in a way and put it for him because he's from Britain. It was kind of a dope idea. The rapping was good. It had some like it seemed like they used some Eminem flows, some styles from M.
Man, that sounded like some Eminem Logic. Lyrical Logic shit, man.
I was watching it and I was like, did Logic help write this thing? Because the raps are so Logic. You know what I mean? Like, who wrote the raps with them? I don't know. We gotta look. But
Lin-Manuel wrote them shits.
Let us know on the Facebook fan page, man. If y'all are
nigga, I just told you Lin-Manuel wrote them shit.
Nah, man, he ain't write all that.
He wrote it.
By now.
He wrote. He composed. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he did all of that. Yeah, that's what I'm just like. I'm giving this man his props. He did so well on this. That's why they hired him for Moana. He did like almost all the songs on Moana.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that man.
Who's he again?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
But what did he? Like how? Okay.
He's a composer. He's a writer. He's a rapper. He did everything for this shit. He wrote it. Wow, composed it. He helped with some of the choreography. This was like a dream. This was like, you know, make it or break it for him. He did this, and he also did Into the Heights, which is also going to be adapted into the film. It was supposed to come out this year, but you know, since what's the name? Rona, that's not happening anymore. Mm-hmm. But yeah, ever since that, this Hamilton propelled him to other things. Like he was in Mary Poppins Returns. Because they saw Hamilton, they're like, yo, this dude's dope.
He's the main guy in this show. Okay.
Yeah, he did everything.
Holy shit, this guy killed it.
So yeah, he wrote the raps, he composed the music, he wrote the story. The story they took from a it's not a screenplay, but it was the story of Hamilton. I think it was written by one of his grandkids. It was an autobiography, and he just took from that. But one thing they avoided in this was they purposely avoided the slavery. So they had like black people playing white people because what they wanted to do was show America then, but portrayed by what America looks like now.
Oh, okay.
So that was the ideal of that. But the avoidance of slavery, they kind of did that because the real life Hamilton, people would try to like pride him as being abolitionists. But the truth was, they say that he never owned slaves, but I did some research. He was part of the New York Mini Mission Society, and they have some receipts for him buying 2 slaves. They claim that he bought it for other people, but he bought 2 slaves for $250.
Wow.
For the price of like some nice Jordans, he got 2 black people.
Yeah.
Now his grandkids deny that, but they have the receipts that he bought those 2 slaves, and they're saying that he didn't own it. And apparently he also had a slave that was given to him from his mom, and he claims that he didn't own that as well. And he also married rich. He basically married like Paris Hilton.
Yeah, I saw it in the show.
Yeah, she was like a socialite, but they owned a ton of slaves too, and he would help them with like different like business deals with like selling them and whatnot.
Hamilton, you dirty dog.
Dirty bastard. So they try to act like he's this big abolitionist with slavery, but in reality, he was indifferent. He didn't really care. He wasn't for it or against it. He was just like, I don't need it. And allegedly, he was bisexual too. He was dicking down somebody named John Lawrence.
What else you find tooth comb than that?
I'm finding everything, man. He was very
he was a cuck.
He was very close friends with him, and they would write letters to each other, and the letters would be like, he would write some shit about how he misses his body and shit like that.
Wow.
You ain't writing your homeboy them abs. My G.
Unless they were being like Young Thug and they were trying to be like sarcastic and make him uncomfortable.
My G.
Unless they're, like that, the white boy jokes, like they were ahead of their time with the white boy jokes. And he knew his wife was gonna see it. He knew his friend's wife was gonna see was Mako in his letters, so he'd be like writing some fuck shit just to, fuck with them.
My dude, keep that body tight, son.
He was ahead of the curve, man. Nah, he's straight. He's ahead of the curve. He knew his wife was reading those letters. He's like, all right, I got something for her. Let's see what she does when she sees this.
She gonna see some interesting shit in here, my dude. Keep working out, son.
Stop being fast. Shake up the house a little,
And did he cheat on his wife? Because that's what I was peeping from the...
I got up to the intermission. It looked like he was about to dig down the curly hair girl. But it didn't get there yet for me. So I was going to ask you the same thing. I didn't want to spoil it, so
allegedly he had some affairs out here in these streets, man. There's also a deleted song where he was going to talk about like a debate over slavery, but like once Emmanuel did more research on Hamilton, he felt that it was like disingenuous to try to make him like this like black slavery savior when he was indifferent to slaves in general.
It's because Emmanuel was the lead character and he was in the forefront of this thing. He's like, holy shit, I can't make myself look bad. Yeah. So let me just make him look better because it makes me look better. That's what I'm hearing right now. Because it's like, if you're going to tell a story, tell the real story. We're in 2020.
So there's a couple things they kept out because like...
Nah, man. Loses ratings for that.
Him being a founding father and writing, 51 lines of... What ended up being the Constitution out of the 84, because they compare him to people like John Adams, John Adams spoke out against that's Samuel Adams.
Oh, Native American.
So fuck your history. John Adams spoke out against slavery, and like Benjamin Franklin, he used to own slaves and he used to be for slavery. But the older he got, he was like, man, this is some fucked up shit. Maybe I shouldn't be for slavery, and he would speak out against it. But your boy Hamilton, quiet as a mouse, didn't say shit.
He sounds like an opportunist.
He was like, fuck that noise.
Yeah, man. The hell?
And George Washington owned slaves too, and they had the black guy playing him. And there's a line towards the end where they talk about slavery, and the actor playing George Washington, he decided to make George Washington bow his head down in shame because he owned slaves. My thing with this is I feel like they tried to make the forefathers greater than what they actually are.
Yeah. And like looking at it now with all the
hindsight.
information you just gave me, yeah. Like I was gonna talk about the cool way that things were spinning on the stage to make it look really nice and all that, but then yeah.
With this being said, Casey, I got an idea. Are you ready to jump down this rabbit hole of madness with me?
I'm already going no parachute. Let's do it.
I want to make a movie about the Confederates owning slaves, but I'm gonna get black people to play the Confederate soldiers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 50 Cent to play General Lee, and all the slaves will be played by white people. It's gonna be a hip hop. I want to keep my slaves Confederate story.
Why don't you ask Irv Gotti, because he did something like that.
Are you down with this?
I'm down.
With this?
BET signed up for Irv Gotti show like that already, so yeah.
That's just a show. I'm gonna do a damn musical about that.
Like,
you ain't taking my shit. You can't renege on my nigs. That's what's gonna be a song like that.
Yeah.
These nigs belong to me.
Damn, man. But he wrote his ass off. Dude did his thing in this. It was good. It was good. Okay. I want to go down a little rabbit hole. Why did Disney feel like this is something that's parallel to what their message is, to want to sign this and show it on the streaming service?
I think because they own the rights to it and they're going to sell it and show it on theaters. But since they don't have any content right now, they're just like, let's get them happy with this. Because you got to realize Hamilton was a phenomenon. I told you the tickets were $3,000.
Yeah,
this taping alone was from 2016. So
yeah, but
Hamilton has been hot in the streets for a solid, I want to say 5 years, where you could barely get tickets. And it's not touring right now, of course, because of COVID-19. And also the original cast, like what you see right now with Lin-Manuel and Leslie Jones, it's all changed up. So you to see the magic of the original cast in their prime and see what the hype is for free, it was a good opportune moment to do that. Yeah.
Like they did a good job with the focus, like using the camera to focus on what you should be looking at while they're talking, or to put people in the background, make them fuzzy so you could see something happening that you're supposed to see.
Did you notice some of the continuity issues? Because I think the song, it was one of the women, I think it was Eliza. She was singing her song where like it's going around, and like at some moments she has a flower on her chest, other moments it didn't. Because what they did, they took 3 different tapings. They did one with no audience, and then they had 2 with the audience, and then the actor Jonathan Griff or whatever that played King George, he wasn't supposed to be there because another person already replaced him. But they begged him like, "Yo, man, we really want the original cast. We know that you're not even part of the cast right now, but could you come just for this taping?" Yeah,
and they did like separate shots.
Yeah, they did separate shots, and
it looked like it.
And he did that spit. You can't get that spit magic from anybody else.
Yeah. It was so good. I was like, geez, I would see this live, but it's always sold out at the time, you know? But what I was saying was, do you see this as parallel to what you think Disney is? And is this what you want to... Like, why would Disney... I know it's going to make money and it's big.
It's a musical and has good quality, so yeah, that's what Disney is known for back in the day, musicals.
And is this what you want to see more from Disney, or do you want to see something growth, like maturely from Disney?
You got to think of Disney as more than just like the films, because they do musicals as well. Like, because I've seen Aladdin, they've did Lion King for years.
Lion King, yeah.
So who knows? Maybe Hamilton will open the doors for more. Not just that, more musical Broadway performances to get sent to Disney in that same form of Hamilton, where it's 4K high quality for the people who can't afford to see it in theaters. They can get the same Broadway experience through Disney Plus.
Yeah, I like it. I like the strategy. I like that it's doing this, because it allows me to be able to see this thing and makes me want to see other types of musicals. So it's great. It does remind me of old Disney cartoons. So it's on the same parallel way that Disney does tell their stories and what they show. Now, so I do like it.
I see people saying this is like I saw Double Toasted. They said this is better than Sex. I ain't gonna go that wild, but I for what it is, I liked it, but I'm not a fan of musicals. But I respect it for the level of work that Lin-Manuel put into it, the quality of production, the capture the colonial era of America, And
like the staging, the way
the
they
staging,
stage
like
move.
how the stage would move like turntables, and like you stated before, and how like the backdrops would grow, like it started becoming slowly industrial as the story went on.
Yeah. So I definitely I enjoyed what I saw up to, and I honestly do want to go watch the rest. I just weather got nice out, so man's had to make some moves. You know what I mean? So, but I'm definitely gonna check out the rest. I'm definitely gonna check out the rest.
You want to do a bad movie review real quick?
Yeah, sure. And then I want to talk about the Silver Surfer cartoon on Disney.
I fucking forgot to watch it, man.
That's okay.
But I want to talk about a bad movie. So before we go with Hamilton, I'm going to give it, even though I ain't finished all the way, 4.5 out of 5.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say out of 10. I was like, madness. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's definitely up there. I give it this guy has like a wig on or something. Yeah, I give it a solid 8.5 for now. Where it's at right now, because I'm still at the intermission. I got up to that, so I got to.
So when you finish the last part where he gets shot, you're like, ah!
We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to see what else happens in it.
I can't spoil it
how
for
long?
you. It's
like
history.
4 hours?
It's 2.5 hours.
2.5?
Yeah,
no, I think
that's
it's more
long, man.
Yeah,
I took an intermission break when they told me to.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta pee.
I'm still on that intermission break. So
my wife finished it without me talking about, you told me to. Lying.
Damn.
Lying on you, boy. All right, switching gears to shitty movie review.
Let's do it.
All right, so I told you I never really watched these Friday the 13th movies, and Saturday I started watching them. And as the day went on, I kept getting drunker. Mm-hmm. So I watched the first. I watched the second one. This is good. I like the continuity of the story. Got to the third one. Got to the fourth one. Got to the fifth one.